someone from my Chiron descending line. So if you're into astrocartography, the Chiron line stands for the wounded warrior or the wounded healer, something like that. And so usually on these lines, you could have a very tough time on these lines, or it could be a very healing situation. It could go either way. Well, this is my experience with my Chiron descending line. And the descending line stands specifically for relationships. So if you put the wounded warrior slash healer, the wounded healer, and relationships together, let's just think about that for a minute. Yeah, so let's get into it. So I originally, when okay, so let's just go all the way back. So I remember getting into astrocartography the same year that I actually met this person. And I always heard that Jupiter, when it comes the Jupiter line, when it comes to astrocartography, that's your husband line. You can meet your husband on the Jupiter line. And so I went on a dating app, okay, whatever. Judge your mama, not me. And I put the location to where I thought my Jupiter line was. I thought that's where my Jupiter line. I thought that my Jupiter line was there. Okay, it wasn't. Granted, my Jupiter line is my band-aid fell off. My Jupiter line is by where they're from. It's a little close over there, but Chiron is like a little closer. And so that's why I decided to set my dating location to that area. And it's so crazy because with me thinking that I was selecting the location that was my Jupiter line the whole time, this person and I immediately connected. Like, I literally made the account that day and I immediately started talking to this person and we immediately hit it off. He was like, I think the first person that I swiped right on. And immediately, it was just like an immediate, let's move forward. Okay? And so, sorry y'all, I'm being dead. And so, I remember us having a phone conversation because he was like quite a distance away. And we had a phone conversation and we just got straight to the point, okay? And now it makes more sense because we both have Venus and Scorpios. So no wonder we was willing to dive deep within the first conversation and be like, listen, I want this in a relationship, this, and that. Can you do that? And he was like, yeah. He was like, I want this in a relationship and can you da-da-da-da? And I was like, yeah. And let me tell y'all, like, I think maybe less than 2 months in, I think we were already planning to get married. I know that sounds so like immature, but when I say that, I thought I thought we was on the same page, honey. I thought we was on the same page because of course, like we're grown. So I'm just like, listen, you want this, I want that, let's get together. Like, I don't really understand the point of complicating this process. So I would say that, but then, after, we plan on getting married or whatever, we were literally talking marriage. I think it was less than 2 months of us, dating. And it was so serious, that this person that I was dating, he literally flew miles, to come see me, which showed me that he was serious. Which, I mean, like, if somebody really wants to come see you, they don't have to be serious about you, but I felt that it was a great effort to show me that he genuinely was serious about intentionally dating me for marriage. Because I'm like, why not make the investment if you're really interested in this person? And so we seen each other like 2 times, it's so crazy. We seen each other 2 times and we already was like, okay, so we're gonna get married, we're gonna tell our family. I didn't want to tell my family yet that we were thinking about marrying each other, because it only had been 2 months. 2 months, 3 months, let me see. August, September. Okay, so it had been 4 months by then. And I wanted to give it at least 6 months, because I'm like, he may change his mind. Which I didn't really care if he changed his mind or not. It's just that I didn't want to let, especially my father, know that I was planning on marrying somebody if they were just going to, change their mind. So basically, my mom talked to him. My mom met him. Well, before she met him in person, she talked to him on the video thing. And I didn't let my mom know that I was interested in marrying him yet. I just told her that, we're talking. I think it might be getting serious, but I didn't mention marriage. When I gave my mother the phone, he was like, oh yeah, I'm thinking about marrying your daughter, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, okay, you saying this to my mom now, like, hold on. Then, okay, we had an incident. I'm not going to go into many details about that, but we had an incident 2 incidents where it was like a lot going on, but he made up for it. He definitely made up for it, and I was appreciative of it, because I'm like, listen, I'm not perfect either, so I'm just like, whatever, like, this person was around my age, so not trying to make excuses, but I was just understanding, like, not that I didn't care, it's just like, he made up for it. He seemed like he was genuinely apologetic, whatever. So after that, okay, so almost, I think it was around the 6-month mark, we were very serious about each other. We definitely were planning to be married the year after, the following year. Like, it was already like, I talked to his father. He told his family about me and about us getting married, his mom, all that. Like, okay. Now, the only person I did not tell yet was my dad. Because I'm like, I've never been the type of person to just bring anybody around my dad. Because I'm like, first of all, my dad is the type of person that I'm just not going to bring just anybody around him that I'm not serious about. So I'm just like, if you for play, let's not even do that. Because, and I remember right before I told my dad, we had a conversation. And he was trying to make it seem like I wasn't serious about us. Because he's like, why are you not telling your dad? I'm supposed to be your husband, or about to be your husband. You got to let him know that you're about to get married. Or, yeah, you're about to be somebody's wife. And, I was a little hesitant, not because I didn't want to marry this person. I just was like, are you sure? Because it's only been a couple of months. I think it was a little less than 6 months at that time. But when we had that conversation, and I was like, listen, I don't have to let listen, I don't care if you change your mind. I don't care if, you decide that this is not best for you. But what I'm not going to do is tell my dad that I'm interested in marrying someone and I don't feel that they're serious about me yet. You know what I'm saying? And not that I didn't feel that he wasn't serious, but I was just a little hesitant because I kept asking him, like, are you sure? Because if I tell my dad, I do not want to tell my dad if you're not serious, or if you're still feeling things out. I don't have to tell my dad. And he was like, listen, you need to tell your dad because I am serious, and if you don't tell him, that's going to make me question that you may not be serious about me. So I was like, okay, I'll tell my dad. So I eventually told my father, and that's the reason why I didn't want to tell him, because my dad looked like he was about to cry, tears of joy, in a good way. Because what father wouldn't be happy about their daughter finding love and getting married? And because I had accomplished so much, and he was like, "Dang, and now you about to get married too? Okay." My dad, really seemed proud of me. And then, he came down because he moves around for work or whatever. So he had made time to come down to see me again. And he didn't plan on meeting my mother. But the way the situation ended up, he wound up meeting my mom. And we actually wound up spending quite some time with my mom. And let's just say that they didn't get along at first. just over silliness on both parts, okay? At the time, I really did love him. And I love my mama forever, okay? Like, that's my girl. But, so at the time I was like, I love both of these people. But I honestly could look at both of them and say that both of y'all were just out of line. Both of y'all. Like, my mom, she was doing the most, and he was doing the most. And I was like, I love both of y'all. It's not about choosing a side. It's like both of y'all are in the wrong. He gets upset. Right? He gets upset. And mind you, he was getting on me while we were dating and while we were discussing marriage and everything like that. He was like, listen, I don't want you to not marry me just because your parents, may not like me, but not out of a sense of, just out of a sense of like, just make your own choice, make what's right for you. Like, don't make your decision to not marry me just because of your parents. And I kind of agree with it. See how I'm smiling? So once that incident happened between my Chiron DC person, descending person, and my mother, and he goes back, where, to the state where he lived. And I'm thinking, okay, we chilling, we cool, whatever. Like, they made up, I'm over it. I get a call from him. And he's like, I'm not going to be able to, like, come and see you, like, that often because I, like, misbudgeted things. And, like, this is, like, it's costing a lot or whatever. And I was like, babe, that is fine. And mind you, this was Valentine's Day. So he had sent me a Valentine's gift. So I'm thinking, and I had gave him a Valentine's gift too, but I'm thinking, because a Valentine's gift, he like already, I just wanted some flowers, but he really went out. Like, he really did give me a really good gift that I really appreciated. And so I thought we were like on good terms. I was like, oh my gosh, like, I was like, thank you so much for my Valentine's Day gift, like, I was so happy. And then right after he did that, he gave me a call and he was like, yeah, like the budget, I'm not gonna be able to see you like that because, it's really costing a lot. It's just like, I need to work on my budget. I was understanding. I was like, well, let me tell you something. When I tell you I genuinely, even though he is like the traditional provider type of guy, let me tell you something. I love this person. I love them so much. I genuinely care about their well-being. And even though, like, I would love for my man to be the provider and that he can handle things on his own, I was so concerned about him. I was willing to send him. I was like, are you hungry? Like, you don't have to come and see me, but if you're struggling, I can, send you whatever back, that you gave me. Like, I don't really care about that because I know you're serious about us. So I want to make sure you're okay. And he said, no, I'm okay. But, sorry y'all, this is funny. But I'm just like, I need to think about this, because the thing with your mom, and I don't know if you really want to be with me like that. And he just kept asking me, and before this call, he just kept asking me, are you sure you want to be with me? Because if you're trying to talk to other people, like, I don't know if I can do that. Just like doing the most. Even though I did nothing to, well, I like the way they look on my hand, sorry. But I did nothing to show him that I was not interested in marrying him. And so he was like, yeah, I'm just going to need to think about this. And of course I was upset, because I had already told my dad, and I really stressed how important that was, that I did not want to tell my father if you was going to change your mind, which I didn't care. I'm like, dude, marriage is a serious thing. If you change your mind at the last minute for whatever reason, for yourself, I was understanding of that. But then he said something that, all women, all the girlies, we have like this switch in our head. One side is sane and normal. It's like the normal side, and you're just like la 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 la. And then if something triggers that switch to go to the other side, you're immediately like crazy unlocked. Like, I don't know if y'all ever heard of the movie Carrie, but that's what my eyes immediately did. I swear I could move things with my mind when he said this to me next. He was like, let me whisper it to you, because I don't think I should say this out loud. Let me tell you what he said. Let me tell you, he said, I don't think, it's not like we got that deep. It's not like feelings were involved anyways. Or it's not like, we got that serious about each other yet. I don't know if y'all ever saw the movie Norbit, when Respucia was like, then who was eating the turkey booty? And she just got up and started screaming. And she was like, oh, where's Norbit? I immediately turned into Respucia. I was like, what? It's not like feelings were really caught yet? Immediate, just craziness. And I was like, okay. And then he was like, well, I mean, we can still be friends. I can call you. And I said, no. Because why are you playing with me like that? So fast forward, I was when I say I've definitely been hurt worse. It's so crazy. Like, I've had worse things happen to me, which, I don't claim that past. It was just a memory on film. That's how I like to look at it. Because I've let go of the past. But I've people will look at other things things that have happened, and they'll be like, dang, that was really messed up. But when I tell you that didn't hurt me the most, those other experiences didn't hurt me like that. This one, really, I was very heartbroken. Like, I felt like Sheila in Why Did I Get Married, where she was like, I felt like I just got hit. I felt like Sheila off Why Did I Get Married, when Mike was like, admitted that he was sleeping with her friend. When I tell you, so yeah. So I wonder if I should continue. Well, I'll just say that I have nothing against him. I was just so hurt. I almost got trust issues after that. Because, and I'm not claiming that because I don't have trust issues, because it's like, okay, if people are going to do wrong, they're going to do wrong. Like, it's not that I have always been the perfect person in a relationship, but I just was really like, I don't know if I ever want to get married again. Because I'm like, well, is this what the process is like? Like, I don't know about that. But looking back, he has a Venus in Scorpio. And he did give the type of person that did have trust issues. I don't think he was like a bad person. I just think that it was just a lot of immaturity. And I can call out myself too. I should have been more vocal about not rushing things, even though I don't feel like we were rushing things, but I feel like I should have just kind of been like, listen, I'm not telling my family that. You can't force me to tell my family about you wanting to marry me, because I need to know for sure so that I don't have to deal with everybody looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm announcing to everybody that I'm about to get married and I don't get married. What's the point? Like, I was just so embarrassed. And that was heartbreaking. And the fact that my bachelor's trip was supposed to be in New Orleans the following year, I still went. And everything like that. But I'm not going to talk too bad about this person. Because I'm not saying that I, am back with them or anything like that. But what I'm saying is that, things happen. People are one version of themselves, and then they can become somebody much better. So I don't have nothing against him. So if he ever saw this, listen. Okay, listen, you can say whatever you want. You know that's how it went down, okay? But it's still all love. I don't have nothing against anybody that I ever dated or whatever. But the fact that he was from my Chiron descending line, and it really felt heartbreaking because I was so hurt. I just felt so abandoned at that time because, it just was made to seem like I could really depend on this person. And even though I was like, listen, I don't want your money right now. Like, wait till we're married. Wait till you're my husband. Like, no, because I ain't got time for you. But I did this, I did that. And it's like, sir, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that he would have done that, but I just don't like feeling uncomfortable. I'd rather us be official and then you get to do all that stuff for me. But yeah, but it's like when I felt like I needed him the most, it's just not giving. So nonetheless, wish him the best. I hope y'all enjoy that story. That was my experience from dating somebody from my Chiron descending line. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it.